What's going on, you Pokemon savages? Are Pokemon collectors losing interest, or are they just changing the way they collect? All that and more on this week's episode of the Savage Pokepod. What's going on, Kota? How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing grand. I am doing grand. It is. We always joke there's never a slow week in Pokemon. We've hit the first slow week in Pokemon that we've had in
Official.
I mean, since we started the podcast, really. Like, this has been a dry desert of new stuff dropping.
Yeah, no, honestly, this week there's literally nothing. There's nothing coming out this week. Actually, I lied. There's stuff coming out this week. There's nothing to report on. Let's just put it that way, right? So we will, guys, welcome back to the episode. This is episode 23, episode Ekans. So we're going to start off with showing you our favorite Ekans cards. We're going to go into some news that came out, like the only thing that came out this week as far as news is like the promo that they're going to be giving out at one of the World Championships. We'll talk about that for quickly, and then we'll go into some topics that we put together for you guys, which we really think you guys are going to like, generate some conversation. You might not agree. You might agree. You might have some takes on it. We'd love to hear all about it in the comments. Keep your comments coming. Again, if you guys are new here, we will be reading out all your comments at the end of this pod. There is a timestamp that you will be able to skip to it if you want to skip to the end over there for that. But guys, keep doing what you're doing. We love hearing all the feedback. We love seeing what you're picking up, what you're collecting, and all of that stuff. So drop a comment, drop a like over here on YouTube or Spotify, wherever you're listening, Apple Podcasts as well. And yeah, we'll read them in our podcast. So without further ado, let's take this away with our Ekans cards.
Oh, baby.
You picked this guy.
Yeah, unsurprisingly a Yukimori, but also I couldn't remember if we've featured a Delta species yet.
I don't know if I
have for one of them, like the Pidgey or something early, possibly.
They might have been.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But it's a Yukimori card too. He looks just so derpy that it was one of those cards that I scrolled through and I hadn't seen this, and it's not in my Yukimori collection yet. I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. It's just been around. Yeah, for a very long time. I mean, I think she has some stuff. I think I say she. I think it's a she.
Yeah.
I think she's been around for since really early. I don't even know. We'll be doing a Yukimori feature at some point, but I believe she has been around for quite some time.
Yes, Yukimori is definitely going to be on this. Currently working on the second highlight, artist highlight that we'll probably do either our next pod or the pod after that. Speaking of next pod, we might be obviously summer is coming, guys. So end of the school year, all that stuff for my kids. So we might be off next week. So don't fear. We will be back. But if something huge happens, we're going to squeeze a recording in somewhere. So shout out to Kota, for being flexible and, how are we going to do it? That's it. Summertime's here. So, we got to see. We'll let you guys know ahead of time if we're going to be taking a week off or not. So
also it's, did you say that it's Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
We're filming on Wednesday. So if something comes out Thursday, that's why we didn't talk about it. We're filming a day earlier than we usually do.
That's very true. We got to do our weekly timestamp. Yes.
Because inevitably in 3 hours, something's going to drop and we're going to be like, well, we missed that, didn't we? And everybody's like, your takes are stupid because this came out after you had it. And I go, I can't help it. I didn't see it.
I didn't see the Umbreon and Espeon until a week later.
How was I supposed to know?
No,
they're going to put those promos out literally the next day after I dogged on the set.
Fire promos still. All right, let me hop over to mine. I selected the kind of like a similar style, style with the Ekans on the tree. I think this is really cool. Ekans is obviously a snake, and a fun fact, which I don't know if some of you guys don't know or you do know, Ekans is the word snake backwards. So that's a little fun fact. And then Ekans evolves into Arbok, which is cobra backwards, but not spelled like cobra.
People dog on Gen 5 for it's just a chandelier as a Pokemon. It's just ice cream. They named a Pokemon Snake and Cobra.
Hey, that's cool.
And Seal exists. They said, we want a Seal Pokemon. What should you name it? Seal.
Seal.
Well, but is it put an E in there?
Too easy.
Well, I don't want to hear
Man,
any Gen 5 slander.
I love it. I love it. Yeah,
If Gen 1 gets away with that.
you're a huge Gen 5 guy. So I'm a
I
big
do
Gen
love
1
Gen
guy.
5.
I'm a big Gen 1 guy. So I'm having a good time right now with all these. But I picked this one, it's on the tree. It's coming at you as far as you're looking at the card. It's coming at you. I thought it was pretty cool. This one's from Champions Path. So
Mm.
I was ripping some Champions Path. I got back in, which was fun whenever I can find it. But, that's pretty much wrapping up our favorite Ekans cards. Simple.
Good stuff.
Um,
No illustration rares for Ekans, sadly.
no, not yet. So if you're doing a Gigadex binder, it's going to be one of these basics. Yeah, so that's Ekans. Quickly, let's hop right into the 2026 promo cards for Worlds. So they revealed these cards. I don't know if this is like a reprint of a card. I feel like I just had this card somewhere, but I don't know. It has a World Championship 2026 stamp on it. You get these when you participate, right? So there's a few different ones. The thing I hate about this, because guys, as you know, and if you don't know, if you're new here, I'm doing a Mega Era binder for promos in the era. So down here on the bottom left, you'll see an MEP, which is a Mega Evolutions promo, and it's number 93. So this is where it becomes hard for people that are just doing a little promo collection to obtain this for reasonable prices, because now I'm not going to Worlds. So I have to go figure out who's selling it online and how much they're selling it for, which, could
It's going to be a lot.
And this is a different stamp. This is the play stamp, I believe. So I'm not sure,
Yeah.
I would collect one of these. Maybe one will be cheaper than the other. Actually, this probably comes out of one of those packs, the play packs. So maybe that's what that is.
Yeah. I think.
Actually, it's a promo. I don't know. Not sure. But
no. So that's a winner. Yeah, that's the winner stamp. That's for the people. The one with the play stamp is for the people that win. Win their division.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, it says winner.
The other one is just, I guess, the attendee participation prize.
This one might be more because it has the little gold winner stamp. You can see a little foil right here on the bottom left of where Pikachu and Gardevoir are. But they also released some cool stuff that they will be selling. Where is Worlds this year? Because what was it in Hawaii? Like I think last year, the year before. And this is another one. This is another promo. World Championship.
That's the Paradise Resort. Yeah, that's the one that they get in like the welcome kit thing. Yeah, but it does say, hey, it's possible for regular attendees to win Paradise Resort through side events. So you could go there and try to win, your own Paradise Resort by playing the TCG there with one of the side events. I guess it's easy. It might be it's like a random thing.
I'm cooked with this one. Like, look at this. So is it in California? Is it in San Francisco? Isn't this like street?
I believe it's in LA.
Yeah, you see this? You see this?
No, it is San Francisco.
That street down there in the back? That's pretty. So again, stunning artwork, minimalistic because it's just a regular card. But like, this card's got is that Archaladon or Duraludon? Spheal?
That's Archaladon, yeah.
Fido's back there. You got is that Cloth, the big one in the back? You got a Psyduck, Sudowoodo, Gimmighoul, and Sylveon, of course, right next to Pikachu. I mean,
the power of this Pokemon is hilarious. Or this stadium is just the retreat cross of each Psyduck in play is one less. Just every Psyduck can just move freely
for one less. I mean, it's got they've got cool products. They know what they're doing. Obviously, hats, backpacks, lunch boxes, and the photos are good. So they got the cool little Pikachu on here. He's wearing some type of a cape. So I don't know what that represents, and some type of crown on the hat. It is weird. Cool hat. And then there's like this rose gold champion bag playmat and hats and jackets and all that kind of stuff. So they are doing something cool with the event. Again, I'm a bidder because I might not be able to get these two cards for my mega promo, and that'd make it 3 Pikachus in this fashion that would be missing. So I gotta figure out how we're gonna move. How we're gonna move and keep this promo binder going, man.
And also, like, given that I really expect that Mega Era is going to last through 2027, you're probably gonna have another 2 cards from that. It's going to be in the same position.
Damn, dude, I'm very interested. Speaking of promos, I guess we can say like this week, I believe Series 2 starters is coming out.
It does.
So, that you guys should see hit shelves. I guess make sure you guys are waiting in line responsibly. I don't know how to put that anymore because I've been
Good
every day I
luck.
see videos like of people just losing it. But guys,
May
be
the
careful
odds
out
be
there.
in your favor.
I know a lot of stores are actually doing stuff that hopefully helps if you actually want to get it. Like you can't just put chairs out anymore. I think at Best Buys, it really also depends on the workers there, like how they want to enforce it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
And like I said last episode, I believe it's not their job to enforce that kind of stuff, and they shouldn't be their responsibility. And if they don't give workers crap for not enforcing the rules exactly as they get paid so little to deal with your crap.
yeah.
It just leave them be. I've worked those kinds of jobs before in my life. It's miserable. They're not doing it for malice. They're just doing it because they're already miserable with all of this ridiculousness. I mean, like the poor guy that stalks for the Walmarts in the area that literally has a group of people that stalk him and stalk his schedule and like follow him around and like legitimately creeps him out.
That's awful, man.
I feel for everybody.
100%.
I feel bad for everybody involved in that kind of stuff right now.
I know our listeners aren't those types of people. At least the people that have commented, you guys seem really cool.
Yeah.
So I know you guys aren't those people, but just be on the lookout for people like that because there's some people who just don't care, and it's not worth your life. It's not worth getting injured. But Series 2 is coming out. We definitely looked at those cards when they were revealed a couple of weeks back. And then I think the final series is coming out in August, I want to say. So we've got a couple of months in between. So we're going to have some English sets, some Japanese sets that we're going to be getting in between. And yeah, that's really it as far as, I mean, they talked about some AI stuff, which I don't know if we even want to get into. But that's pretty much it as far as news.
Welcome to our continued hellscape of AI taking over everything.
AI is taking your jobs.
Yeah.
AI is going to be taking your spot in the next world.
Yeah, world's just going to be AI next year. It's just going to be like 20 companies building AI to compete against each other, and the one company gets way more money than anyone else ever got because that's where we're at now.
Yeah, it's so
sad.
Yeah, well,
maybe AI can make a Pokemon game that runs properly though.
Maybe AI could add voices to the conversations to the game. Oh my gosh! Like, use it for good.
Comment section. If you knew for a fact, because I know this is gonna be divisive, because I would actually hate this. If you knew for a fact that Pokemon was using AI to put voice acting in Pokemon games, would you still want it? They're refusing to pay actors. They're only going to use AI. Me, no, I wouldn't want it. I would 100% not want it because I think that voice actors are incredibly talented, and a lot of AI uses bits and pieces from all these different voice actors and all these different vocalists and everything to create the voice. So I would actually hate it, and it would actually be a big turnoff for me. But I'm curious what people like, how desperately people want voice acting.
See, like, I mean, that's a good question, but like at the end of the day, they weren't doing voice overs at all. So like, it's not like they were paying a voice actor and now they're not. So, but they are deciding that they'd rather just not pay anyone. Well, they already are. They already did that
halfway. I know, but I'm saying like they have the money to do it, and they're just choosing not to because they're cheap. It's not like, oh well, they gave us something. It's like, one, because again, Pokemon doesn't care about you. They only care about their money, and if they did that, I think if they came out and did that, I think that'd be the first time I wouldn't buy a Pokemon game. Full stop. I just think that would be the one that'd be like, all right, no, I can't. I know people that do voice acting. I've had a lot of cool discussions with these really cool people that do this stuff, and I hate what's happening. I hate what's happening so much for them.
Yeah, no, I can see what you're saying. I get it. Well, let us know what you guys think about that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see the comments on that one.
Honestly, that's a really, like, you could go either way. There's so many different things. And we've got some topics today that really might get under your skin today, guys, that will also lead to some take purge topics that really might piss you off and make you want to just write a comment. So let's just get
we're trying to piss you off.
No. We
it
listen,
just might happen.
It's we love engagement. When you guys comment, man, I love reading the comments and what you guys write. And like you'll see later today with some of the comments, it's great. So these things lead to engagement, which is really what we're trying to do. So the first topic we want to talk about today is the millennial adult money versus the Gen Z hustle like the Gen Z hustle that's going on right now in the hobby, I will say, but mainly at all of these vendor shows. So like what's actually like moving the needle on modern sets, like the value of modern sets, the value of the singles that we're seeing right now, the quick like rise, like right out the gate of all of this, because this is all new to like really the singles in Pokemon. So what is it? Is it the fact that like millennials like me and Kota, you're a millennial, right? Shoot.
I am. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that us that like collected as kids that were like our parents could afford a pack or two at at any given point in time to get us to now being like, okay, that was we're so appreciative of that time, but like, yo, I got a career and now I want to rip packs with my kids, and I can buy a booster box and not worry about it, right?
Mm.
Or is that mentality doing it, or is it like what? And I don't know if you guys have seen Rudy and Alex's videos, Rudy Alpha Investments again, and Nostalgia Nomics. I watch both of those guys all the time. I love what they have to say, and just really gets my brain thinking about like what we can talk about on the pod, which is like part of this today. Is that like when they went to card shows, they really saw just a lot of people going around and like, yo, boom, I'm going to drop these slabs on this table. How much can you give me? And then the vendor is like, all right, we'll give you X amount. No, the vendor knowing they can just run over to like the next few tables and then just get, 2.5% to 5% more. And it's just like a constant cycle of doing that at a card show. Is that driving it up? Like, we're posing the question, guys. I want to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. But Kota, what do you think? What do you think is it?
I still think it's neither. It depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking if we're talking about what is driving store shelves to be empty specifically? Like, oh, I can't go to Walmart, I can't go to Target, I can't go to not local game shop, like they whatever,
Yeah,
to get product. Because in that case, sure, it's the hustle culture, because hustle culture in itself is just a make money by any means mentality. It's not necessarily, and I'm not lumping everyone into this, but there is a section of it, and a general undertone of a lot of it that's not necessarily moralistic. It's not ethical. It's pure capitalism, if you will, like where where it's just you have a supply by whatever means you get it, and then you basically get to sell into demand at your choice. So for that, yeah, I'd say it's that. But as far as like, why can you? Who's because the biggest thing is someone's buying all this product at marked up prices, and that someone, in a lot of cases, especially with booster boxes and stuff, I believe is a lot of big money. That's neither of those things. That's maybe even Gen X money. Gen X, is that like the one before us? What's the one before us?
Maybe,
Because we're Gen Z's after us, so I think it's Gen X, and then us millennials, and then Gen Z, whatever the generation was before us. So like my parents, I think like 70s, born in 70s, maybe late 60s, something like that. I think it's money that's from there, that's pure investment, not for the love of the game money that's coming in. I think, and I'll die on this hill, I think we continue to undervalue how much money is coming in that's never been involved in Pokemon, not just scalpers, not just, the person that has, I got a case of booster boxes, I'm an investor. It's like the money that's like, I'm gonna throw 100K on this and it means nothing. It's okay, yeah, sure, that sounds fine. Grab that. Grab as much as you can of that. Grab this much of that. That's the money, I think, that's establishing this huge run that we're not getting out of.
I think that's a big part of it. I think there's like the problem really is like when I was looking at it in like a tunnel vision of like the card shows, right? Like I saw it happen when I was at my first card show. Like the vendor next to me like bought something at a percentage, and then I saw a video that he posted on his socials that he ended up getting whatever, like whether he just changed the price on it and brought it over to this guy and whatever and just flipped it. And so that's kind of like where I wanted to go with this. Like, is this more like vendor to vendor? Like, is the actual consumer getting in on any of this? Because I think about it from my rip and ship business perspective, and I'm like, I'm going out to the secondary market and buying a lot of packs. Like, I'm not the end consumer, right? Like, then that's going to somebody else. So a lot of the sales that we're seeing on like the eBays and the TCG players, these big sales, like, is that actually the end consumer, or is that just like you said, it could be an investor that has the deep pockets that's just throwing the money at it, and it's a sale, and now that sets the new price point essentially for that either slab or case of a booster box, whatever it is, or is it me that's doing the same thing? Like, you know what I mean?
That's a good
I don't
question.
know. I don't know.
That's a good question.
You know, it just becomes like are the end consumers, are the collectors getting phased out because the price points are now being set by people that aren't the end consumer, and then the end consumer is kind of being priced out. You know?
So, so we define the end consumer as person that is either ripping the packs physically, not someone that's just buying a box. Someone that's ripping the packs physically and or having them ripped for them via rip and ships.
Mm-hmm.
I think a high percentage of ancillary items are making it to them, but like booster boxes and ETBs now. I would honestly be surprised if 50% of those were getting ripped. On like we're getting straight to the end consumer from retail. I think there's probably at least 50% more with booster boxes, but with ETBs probably 50% that's either reselling or investing or some mix of both, you know, buying a case, buying 2 cases and ripping one and keeping one, but like, or ripping one like rip and ship style and keeping one. But I think for like, you know, like the tins and that kind of stuff, I think probably most of that's a lot more of that's going to consumers because people just don't like, it's not as easy to hold on to, so they're not going to hold on to it.
Right. Yeah, it's a bigger product. Like, the booster boxes are more compact. They have more packs. It's more sought after. I also the whole thing where I know these guys were talking about it, both of them, and they were surprised by like they said 12-year-olds, and I'm like, anytime you think of a kid, it's always like 12 years old. They're 12.
Yeah,
but like,
even like 15.
They were like 12-year-olds walking around the show with wads of money, like just flipping. And I'm like, my daughter's 11. Like, would she like? I picture her like in a year from now. I'm like, there's no way. But like at that point, if like, because it is happening. Like when I went to Collecticon, there was a table with a couple of like 18-year-old kids, and look, they're not young, but they're under 20, which is, you know, more than half my age. So I'm like, they are young, and they have their own table at a Collecticon event. There's like 3 of them. They brought their collection, and they were wheeling and dealing. Like I was just trying to like pick up some like legendary birds, let's say. I'm like, they knew exactly how to like negotiate all this stuff. So this was definitely not their first rodeo. But when you get to like a younger age, and this is what I hate. And if anyone's been on my live streams, you probably know it. Like I try to make my kids like, they come down here and they know we have packs down here, right? So they're like, I'm gonna open a pack, and I want to get away from them just thinking they can open up a pack whenever they want. They got to work for it, right? But when they get nothing, they're like, nothing got, you know. And it's just like, I don't want the younger generation to just shift from like, it's worthless if it doesn't have a hit, because like the TCG is the TCG because of the cards that really are worthless, right? Like those cards are the ones that people really use when they're playing in the actual games. So I feel like the mindset is also like shifting a bit, and it really comes down to like this gambling culture that the American population is just addicted to. Everywhere we look is just gambling. But like at a young age, man, this is like really like almost like a gateway to it. And I just hate if that's happening at a larger scale.
I mean, yeah, we're set up in a culture, and how to not get political with this. We're set up in a culture that isn't really equal opportunity. It's not really equal opportunity, right? So from a macro perspective, we are kind of driven by this gambling mentality because it's like, well, I need that break. Everything's about the break. Like I've been working for years. I need that break. I buy that lottery ticket because I need the break because I've been breaking my back for, 20, 30 years doing this job. And I'm just trying to find a way out of it. So when something comes up like this, it is that from if you're younger, it's probably more of a mentality of like, oh, I'm going to try to rip this pack and get this $100 card that I can go and buy whatever, or $1,000 card that I can get a new iPhone with, or like a new gaming system or whatever, right? And if you're older, it's like I could really use like $3,000 to help with like bills, or and if you're in that position, you shouldn't be ripping packs to try to do that, right? But there is that mentality. It's like, well, the odds, I know what the odds are, the hit rates in this, ascended this. I found it. I'm just gonna try to rip it. I'm gonna go into ripping ships and do this. I'm gonna whatever. It's like we're culturally driven, and this is specifically speaking to Americans because I don't want to speak for anyone else because I don't know. But for Americans specifically, we're culturally driven by this mentality of you could be the one to get lucky. I mean, the Mega Millions, the Powerball, all this stuff that's existed forever drives you to that. It drives you to this mentality of like a brighter future is just like a roll the dice away from you. And that's kind of where like Pokemon's going into, where it's like, it's not just ripping packs. It's sitting in line at Costco, or not Costco, Costco or wherever, and trying to battle your way to get there. Because if you can get lucky and find product, you can get lucky and figure out your stalker schedule and then follow them around, that's your break. That's your break, right? Or grading. People send in so much for grading because it's like, well, I'm just going to send as much as I can because I just need a couple of these cards to hit. And if I get that roll of the dice, which it is a roll of the dice at this point, I just have my PSA submission back a month early, which is surprising. But it was awful. They clearly just went through it and just went like bad, just screwed me over completely. It was like worst grades than I've ever gotten before in my life, and it was infuriating. Anyway, but grading is that, investing is that. Like all this investing is gambling. It's gambling educated in a way where you're like, well, statistically, historically, it's already gone up, but like you don't know if something comes out in the owner, like, one of the big wigs in Pokemon, or they start using AI art, or they use some really bad political stuff, or other bad stuff comes from them and it tanks the value, because that kind of stuff can happen. You're all of a sudden out 50, 60, 70% of the money you've invested because you didn't sell now. You just kept saying, I'm going to invest, I'm going to hold, I'm going to hold, I'm going to hold. All of this is driven by this mentality. So it's not surprising that it's getting worse and worse with that. Like, it's not surprising that we're getting to the point where Pokemon ripping is that. It's, nothing. Trash pack. I can't hear you.
Oh, right now?
Okay. I thought I broke something. I was like, oh no.
Actually, you know what? I coughed earlier. I muted it. Maybe I didn't unmute it.
I didn't hear you cough. So
there we go.
Okay.
No, I was saying,
anything in that because I wasn't looking.
No, I agree, man. And I just like hate it. I hate the fact that it's like the kids is what is. I'm like seeing it firsthand with my kids, and I'm like, just learn to appreciate other things in this pack. You know what I mean? Like, when we highlight these cards that we're looking at, like, learn to appreciate. I go through and I look at these cards, man. I'm like, these are cool. So that's really it. But like when you think about it, and we say it too, like if you hit a God pack, like Ascended Heroes is a lottery ticket in a sense. If you hit a God pack that has 2 or 3 of those big chases, that's multi-$1,000s right there. So that's kind of like also why people are just also running to a lot of this stuff, which, I don't blame them. Like I'm chasing the God pack too. I mean, I'm looking for a master set. For some reason, I wanted to master set Ascended, and yeah, I need a bunch of the SIR, so that would help. But
yeah,
I don't know. It goes either way with who's driving this.
Yeah, if you're doing it out of luxury, it's one thing, right? If you're doing it out of like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna throw a couple $100s at this and just see what happens because I was gonna go spend that on a dinner, or I was gonna go spend that on, a night out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, it's the stuff that hurts me is seeing like. There's a guy locally that sells a lot of his hits, and I know the amount of stuff he's ripping is not equaling out to what he's getting because we've got good relationships. I buy a lot from him, and I try to give him a better rate than he's actually asking for because he sells stuff so cheap and he rips so much, and I know he's not like wealthy, right? I know this. Like I'm really nice guy, but I always like talk to him. I'm like, dude, like, how much did you rip to get to this? And he's like, I
Right.
ripped like 4 ATVs and this and this. I'm like, I mean, hopefully you're finding that MSRP, brother, because
Right. Yeah.
like you're selling this and you're not making money. I know you're not, yeah, it's one of those things that's like, I
No,
really hate the culture that we've built, or not we've built, obviously, not us, but like that has been built around it. To where like, yeah, I get it. Like the dopamine of getting a hit is there. But when it's like, when you're sacrificing to do it, it's so bad. And
yeah.
we're in that with a lot of people, sadly.
No, like last night, someone, I mean, and this is not the first time, but someone came in live stream. We did Phantasmal Flames pack energy breaks, loose packs from the Mega Zygarde boxes. We did a perfect order break. We did a Phantasmal break. And someone was saying, I think they ripped like 600 packs of Phantasmal and they didn't hit any SIRs. So I said,
That can't be right.
like, that's a lot. Or maybe they didn't hit the Zar or something. They didn't hit any Pokemon SIR. Maybe they didn't hit any Pokemon SIRs. The stat was very interesting, in which I said, if you're going to spend the money already, I said the hack is to just get a booster box case, because at 600 packs, you're at almost 3 cases of booster boxes. Each case has 216 packs in it. 6 boxes at 36 packs per box. So you would have a astronomical increase in the probability of you pulling SIRs, because there's usually 2 to 3 per case. And the fact that these sets are so small, which we're going to get to these new modern chases and the value, but the sets are small, which if we're saying 2 to 3 SIRs per case and there's 5 SIRs, do the math. The probability of the odds of you pulling a Charizard in 3 cases is pretty good. It's one of the 5 SIRs in Phantasmal. I mean, sure, you could get three of the trainer SIRs. You can get the low punnies. You can get the Sharpedos, which are really nothing, but you can get multiple Zards. That's probably the life hack. If you're going to spend the money already, that's all I'm saying. If you're going to spend it already, probably get a case. It'll help you out.
Or just buy the card.
Or just buy the card at that point. I mean, the Zard, I realize
why people aren't.
How much are the Zards? Are what, like 800
$800?
Yeah. So again, it's at 600 packs. Even if they were $1, you're at $600.
Yeah,
so
and they're not.
We know they're not. I think they're like $10 now, which is insane. But
even if you're getting an MSRP, you're 600 packs is $3,000.
Yes, for $3,000. It's like $5. Yeah. So just, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Ripping the card yourself is a feeling that I obviously experience, which I'm so grateful for, because it also helps me be able to keep stuff sealed for my own self, because then I'm not like, I'm ripping already. I'm getting the dopamine for someone else, which is great.
That's true.
But yeah, ripping it is a different experience. But yeah, guys, let us know what you think about this. Again, Kota brought the good point about it. It's not just the millennials or the people, the new guys coming in. It is the investors that are also driving these prices up. Do we think the pricing is just really going up because vendors are selling to vendors? Do we think that modern collectors...
There's conspiracy theories about that.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think
modern collectors getting priced out? Yeah. I mean, I think it's part of it. Don't get me wrong. Like, there are vendors that go around. Someone came to my table and was like, how much for all your Ascended stuff? I'm like, bro, we just started. The show didn't even start yet. The VIPs are coming in now. Chill. Like, you know what I mean? So,
also, I'm going to semi-hot take, but it's not really. Like, no, collectors can't get priced out because there's always stuff to collect. You can only get priced out of the fancy stuff or like the big chases that are getting hyped up, but you can't get priced out of like all the cool cards we've talked about and all the random like artists that have really cool art, or the mini illustration rares that are still $1, $2, $3, $4. Like, hey,
that's true.
Stop complaining. Stop. This is the thing. There's too much complaining in the world, but like, Pokemon really does love to complain. We love to play the victim in such an insane way. And it's like, there's always options. You just got to adapt. And I know it's hard, but I haven't ripped a pack in like 3 months, I think. It's been a long time. I think the last one I ripped was the ripped Ascending Heroes box that I got.
Yeah.
I got that one that was ripped open. I pulled the Charizard from it. It was the last thing I pulled. Last thing I ripped. I haven't read anything else because you know what? I had to adapt and say I don't have time to like get a bunch of like to like sit on like Poke Notify and try to grab stuff
Oh my
because
god.
you know life, and I'm not going to go stalk the poor worker that I've talked to and is just like traumatized from the fact that someone they're like I don't know how they keep getting my schedule. We changed the schedule and they knew it. I was like, oh
It's
my
sick. It really
gosh,
is sick.
it's insane. So like I just don't open stuff, or if I do, I'm grabbing Japanese or I'm grabbing Chinese. Like Chinese stuff's sick. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I've even
yeah,
opened up some Ascended for myself recently, and if I can get it at MSRP, like it's not something that I'm trying to flip.
yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like I could flip it and make $80+ per booster bundle of Ascended. That's the market price. People are paying it. But at this point, like I'd rather rip it myself. I'm collecting the set, and why not try to get the cards that I really love that I haven't pulled for myself? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's kind of like where it's at. But
There's always things to buy. Buy Japanese, man. Buy Japanese.
that's always buy Japanese.
It's just so much. It's better and cheaper. Yeah.
You know, it's not even like it's kind of crazy, but the pricing in Japanese is going up probably because of that. But the Magikarp, the popular Magikarp from Ascended is like $100 in English in Ascended, and I think in Mega Dream it's 25. Same exact artwork. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no foil, there's no like whatever on it.
Psyduck's the same way.
Yeah,
From
no.
Ascended.
Yeah,
You know how much? You know how much the Mega Gengar is?
the
Near
Mega
mint
Gang, the Mega
from
Gengar graded or for all.
the raw Mega Gengar SAR near mint condition in Japanese.
How much?
Out for
500.
context,
500.
let me-
Guys,
let me
we're going
pull
to use this to segue into our next big talking point.
up- that is why I was that thing.
Yes, beautiful. I knew where you were going.
The Mega Gengar in English is $1,400. The Mega Gengar in Japanese is $454.
And
In
it
fact,
is
there is a near mint copy. Yeah, near mint copies. Good reviews on this place. $450, $60. So yeah, right around the range. And it's better because it's got better texture and Japanese cards are better. So like you could save $1,000 and just get the Japanese version with the exact same art. Everything else is the same. It's just it's just got Japanese characters on it.
Because you know, at the end of the day, if you're collecting, is the reason you're collecting because of the value, or do you like the card? Do you like the art? Do you like the Pokemon? Like, there's multiple reasons why a card is where it's at, right? But I mean,
If you're collecting for the value, you're just an investor. You just don't want to admit it.
no, it's true.
Sorry to tell you.
No, you're picking it up. You're trying to make a play on it.
No problem with investors.
Nothing wrong with it. Right.
If you're buying it because it's expensive, you're not a collector. You're an investor, and that's completely fine. You just gotta admit it. You can't be hiding behind the no. I'm a real collector. No.
Mm-hmm.
I dare say real collectors are the ones that are like, I don't have a collector app. I don't have that because I don't care. I just have my binder in my slabs, and I just like them.
I do. I have a collector account. If anyone wants my link,
but you also invest.
No, that's what it is. It actually has my master sets in it. It's got my sealed stuff in it. So,
right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna piss everyone off today. I'm sorry, guys.
Listen,
I'm
guys.
Today.
No, honestly, this is it. This is exactly what we want. We want to have these beautiful talking points and just really start some conversation because it is healthy to have this conversation. Which we want to segue into this next part, which I titled "The Fall of the Hyped Grails." Like, is the market regulating on these types of things? Now, it really pertains to the graded aspect of it as well, because I think the raw pricing is kind of not really seeing that much of a correction, if you will even say it. The graded
not
cards,
about the ones we talked about.
Yeah, because we've been kind of checking in on a lot of the graded cards is really where like a lot of this conversation I want to go to, because and we speculated that when PSA announced that they were going to, essentially not accept cards anymore, we were like, well, and that's not the case, but we were like, the graded cards now, the graded market now is going to now see an increase because there's less graded cards coming into the market. But on these grails, and why I started the pod this way, where I was like, are collectors losing interest, or are they just collecting differently? And really was like, with this part of the pod, like I always tell my viewers that come onto my live stream, like, don't buy raw, and that's always been the case. You don't buy raw copies of new cards. If you're chasing a set, like, it's the worst advice someone can give you to buy the raw card at that point, because 99% of the time before this boom that we're in right now, every card price came down from its high a week before official release, because there were people ripping sets at pre-release that were selling them, into like the first month of after release. It wasn't until like Phantasmal Flames, maybe Mega Base, but Phantasmal Flames, that Charizard came down and it went right back up very quickly. And that was like really the craziness. And then we went into Ascended Heroes. But the Charizard, I don't know if you were pulling some stuff up. I saw you typing.
Oh, I've already got it up.
What do you got? The Zardy?
Yeah. So looking at 3, 4. I mean, let's go a week ago. What is today? Today is the 17th. So let's go back to the 10th and look at a couple of sales. So this is just looking over a week, and it is actually about the same price. So I don't know when the drop started, because I honestly haven't paid attention to the Mega Charizard X that much.
I have been, because I graded one. I graded one for someone on the live stream, and when we got it back, the market price was like 2,800 to 3,000, and PSA was offering them like something stupid. I don't even know if they were offering them. They weren't even offering 70%, which I'm like, on this card, bro, don't even take it. But I said to him, I'll take it to the card show with me and I'll try to sell it there. But the market took a dip on that card since, like, it was just 3 weeks. So I think it was around like the $2,800 to $3,000 mark. And now
that sounds right.
We're seeing like low twos, 2,300, 22. I pulled up eBay earlier.
Yeah, even 2 weeks ago, we were seeing 2,600, 2,700 sales from PSA on eBay, and now today we saw 20. I think 2,300 was the highest I saw today.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
so it's almost like if we're saying a $500 drop, that's like 18%, 18.5%. So you're looking at like that around 20% drop in this card. Now, when you're thinking about picking it up, like, do you pick it up now at this time? Because here's the real like issue with like how collectors and people that buy stuff, even investors, buy stuff, right? They want the card because everybody wants it. And it's like, shit, it's $3,000. I'm not doing it. Then it drops to $2,300, and you're like, bro, this is dropping. It looks like nobody wants this anymore. Why am I going to get it at $2,300? I'm gonna wait. You know what I mean? Like, and that it's the same thing with sealed. It's the same thing with sealed. You see sealed on the shelf, you don't want it because nobody else wants it. And that's the problem that really grinds my gears with this thing, is like, bro, if you don't want it now, why do you want it later? And the only answer is because everybody else wants it later. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're investing / flipping, sure. Like, you're trying, but this is where I'm going to go reach deep in the delves of my like stock market trading knowledge from the time I've spent doing that. Bad investors will always be the ones that are buying the top and selling the dip. They're trying to catch a falling knife with the price. They're trying to say like, oh, well, it won't go below this. Oh, it won't go below this. Oh, it won't go below this. Or, well, it couldn't possibly get back up there. And they're selling. They see it drop from 3,000, 2,300. They sell to someone that's like, well, yeah, it's 2,300, $700 discount. I'm grabbing that. Mm-hmm. And then it goes back up, and they're like, oh my gosh, I've sold. I need to buy it back. That's what's gonna happen. That's what always happens with people that are bad in the market, and that's what we're we're probably gonna start seeing more and more. Now, I will say, the thing we didn't think about, or at least I didn't think about, was the fact that these cards are not the ones that are not getting through to PSA. These aren't the ones, right? Because these are the ones that you're sitting in those higher tiers, so they're gonna go through to PSA regardless right now. So, I jacked up my wrist, and every time I move it, it pops. Sorry, I gotta. It hurts so bad, and I don't know what I did. Sorry.
Are you bleeding? Do you need a nurse? Do you need a doctor?
I'm bleeding. Yes, I'm bleeding from inside my wrist.
Inside.
I'm gonna mute myself. You go ahead,
dude. Yeah. So I think I truly think that this is happening because people are starting to realize, and I don't know if it's coming from the top down. And when I say top down, I mean just like bigger investors, bigger collectors. The slowdown to me is happening because the people that wanted the card for their collection or their investment have already picked it up. Most of those people have already picked it up. It's in their collection. It's doing what was intended to do. I think now these cards are too big for most of the people that are in Pokemon right now. And they're also realizing like, well, what is the pop on this Mega Charizard from Phantasmal Flames? And it's like in the tens of thousands in a PSA 10. So what we're seeing is, yeah, more people are grading cards now more than ever, and more people are ripping packs more than ever. So more people are getting the grails more than ever. And with the smaller sets, like we were talking about earlier, the grails are being hit easier, right? So, and it's arguable that like you could argue the fact that like the Mega Era print quality is pretty freaking good. Like I haven't pulled many, if I could probably count on my one hand the amount of off-centered, like noticeable off-centered cards SIRs that I pulled since September. Like I honestly I can't really recall more than five, if five. So like there's a combination of we're ripping more, we're hitting more grails, we're grading more of them are being graded at a 10. So the combination of all that, I feel like people are actually like just like having podcasts like ours at their fingertips, or people that just actually talk about specifically grading or investing specifically on YouTube and Spotify and TikTok. All this information is now at people's fingertips, so they are like learning more about it as well. So I think it's just a full on looking at everything in combination, which is like really coming down with these grails. That's my thought on it.
You just gave me my take, Purge. Thank you.
Oh, excellent. I love to
New
hear
one.
this. Yes.
New one's back. We're back in.
Make sure you write the old one so you can have it on deck for next time.
Oh, I have the old one because I know, because as soon as I thought, I was like, oh, Sap's going to hate this.
Yo, I love that. Please, we should.
I gotta figure out which one I want to roll with, but I feel like it's apropos to go with this new one.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I also, yeah, I think there is a point where people are getting priced out. I think there's also a point where, like this might be the floor for the Charizard for a while, because it's been sitting at this 2,300 number for some time. Mm-hmm. So it means it's getting bought up. It means it's there's investors out there that are not letting it drop below this 2,300 mark. So we could see a rebound off of this. But other cards that like the Gengar, so the Mega Gengar, we were talking about it being close to 4, I believe, right at 4, back 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. It's 2,700 today, 2,700 PSA 10. So
yeah, if anything, it was in like the high 3s. So that's like a
it was definitely 1,000. It's like we're talking about a third, at least a 33% drop, right? The Pikachu, the Trikachu.
Now again, that is just graded, guys, because you heard Kota said the raw price is still 1,400.
Oh, raw price has not moved.
So that
raw price hasn't moved.
Really, is factor. The big thing is grading. But God, the Trikachu.
Yeah. The Trikachu, which was over 4, I believe, it was like probably 42s. Where
it was more than the Gengar, which pissed me off.
Yeah, it was like 42-ish, 43-ish. Sold today for $3,000. Yeah, $3,000. It looks like the number. Arizona TCG sold one for 3,100. There was one that was sold for $3,300, $3,100. That's about the number we're looking at. So again, 33% drop. That is, I believe, in my opinion, just the market hype correcting itself. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's anything to do with the card itself, because I still think they're great cards, but I think that there was too much. And honestly, this might be the beginning of what I've been predicting, which is the first domino to fall will be graded. That the graded market will have a big collapse, which honestly, with these numbers, with these big cards, that's a collapse. Like if the stock market dropped 20%, we'd be in a depression. We'd be we'd be Great Depression on our way to that kind of thing. Yep. We'd be housing bubble all over again. Like, so 20% drop on honestly a card with a Charizard or with Charizard and the Mega Gengar and the Pikachu, at least 20, those are over 20%. They're the ones that define this era, and they're dropping. The market's correcting itself. It's adjusting back to what honestly the numbers probably should be getting closer to. But that's a collapse. So we might be on our way to like, hey, people are realizing that it's kind of a sham. Grading's kind of like not. It's only being hyped because we kind of have said it's hyped. That's it. Like, there's no real definitive reason for this. Like, think about this. Your PSA 10 and my PSA 9 might be adjusted by the fact that one, it's just some cranky, you got the the kind of passive, like, yeah, 10, whatever. And I got the one that had a bad day, right? That's one of the biggest defining features in what's a PSA 10 and what's a PSA 9. And if that doesn't tell you enough about how ridiculous the system is, think about this. If yours is 54 or 55 to 55-45 ratio on the sides, and mine's 56-44 math, that's the difference. A difference that you and I cannot see. We would not be able to look at a card and be like, oh yeah, that's 1% off. That's what's defining these numbers. That's what defines a $1,400 difference in the Charizards. That's why I just stand by the fact that grading is just a farce. It's like this weird elitism that people want to play into, but it's silly. Will I continue doing it? Absolutely, because I can make money from it. That's the only reason. Because I think it's bad. You don't notice
from a business standpoint, it's makes
my
sense.
Shelf less and less PSA every day. Honestly, the only grading tabs up there are just because like it's nice to have a plastic case. I would honestly go to like, was it Rudy that has like the $7 grading or whatever? I might just go to him.
Not that low.
Like
is it? But yeah, he
said it was like $8 or something, like really cheap.
Oh, is it? Oh, I don't know if it's that cheap.
Yeah, I don't know. It was that video that was a while ago that I don't watch a lot of Rudy's. I don't know. But like, if I can find a company that's like $10 grading, I'm just gonna start sitting there because I don't care. I just like having the plastic case, and if I could do it myself without hurting the card, I probably would. I could probably design better labels and make myself feel better about them and have a nice display of them. I don't care about BSA. I don't care about tag. I don't care about CGC. I think all of them are just like exploiting this weird fallacy we have in our head that's like, oh, that card is 1 degree better, therefore it's $1,400 more, or that card's actually fine, but someone was cranky that day, that's why it's only worth $800 instead of $2,400.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. 100%.
It's silly.
Yeah. So guys, what do you guys think? I'm loving these few topics that we're bringing up, Kota. Like I said, topics like this will generate a lot of conversation, even between us, man. I love this. So maybe this is happening because of slow weeks and actual like news coming out, which is fine because I love talking about this stuff. So it's great that we get the opportunity to do it. Shifting over to our last pretty much topic is the overlooked sets that are quietly coming up. And one of them we spoke about in our pod probably maybe it was a couple of months ago now. No, we've only been doing this for at least a month ago. And that is going to be Surging Sparks. Let me it's kind of crazy.
Baby.
I love it. I love Surging
Your
Sparks.
precious baby.
Where is this? Here it is. That's not it. This is it. Wow. Surging Sparks is now a $300 booster box, chat.
Shout out Ben Kenny's. You owe me money now, brother. I told you that was going to hit 300 quickly.
So we did have this as one of our conversational points a couple of months back, a month and a half ago, at least. You could take a look at the 3-month chart. I mean, you can see it here in April. Where were we at? 235. I remember picking stuff up still under around this price. And then you'll probably see more of let's see. This is the 1 year. I mean, it's kind of crazy. This is probably right. Yeah. So it's $300 again. It hit this point. It ran up. I don't know why this run up in August of last year. August.
That was just everything was getting run up. That was like that pre-holidays surge that happened.
Was when also the illustration. That was when Mega came out, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was when they ended the era, and there was a big run up of a lot of things. Illustration Wars also went really crazy around that time as well.
Yeah, I think this right here, the low recent was like Surging Sparks definitely had a lot of stuff reprinted into specifically the Pokemon vending machines, which is why people were like, oh, it's out there. And again, if you believe in a set, which I believe in Surging Sparks, man, it is, you can see lowest listed here on the booster box, English, because not Korean, that's always here, is 305 plus $2 shipping.
I love every time.
The
Every time it
$2
makes me
shipping
laugh.
is crazy. So now this set is in that price range. I don't know if it'll get anything more reprinted. I don't foresee this. This is now a year and a half old. This came out in November of 2024. So
Yeah.
this will be in what, 10 months? This will be the next part of the next week go out of print. But guys, I don't know if they're going to go back and reprint this stuff. Like it doesn't make sense for them to at this point.
Bold prediction: they will never reprint the booster boxes of it, regardless.
No, that is a fact.
They will not. Destin Rivals.
We're talking at large scale.
Stellar Crown, Journey Together will never get. That's my bold prediction. Write it down. Make fun of me in 10 months. They will never get reprints of the booster boxes for those sets.
At a large scale, like will we? Like you won't see this on Pokemon Center. You won't see this coming out from distribution. And if distros have it, they picked it up in a collection.
Anything that's USC will not be reprints. It will be buyouts by distributors trying to get product.
Yep.
It will never be a reprint.
And I want to just highlight this card here, which is absolutely, going crazy too. You can see this bell curve here where it hit a low of in March.
Lightly played.
I was lightly played. What? Why?
It does the same thing to me. I don't know why.
Why?
Well,
you can see it here. Still, same thing. I mean, it was probably 1 year. You can see the bell curve here. I mean, this was again in October when it ran 350. We're at more than that right now. We're at 370 for the Pikachu, a low of 255. So we're talking about what is that? 20%? Like
something like that.
Maybe more. No, more than that. So if it ran up $120, yeah, that's way more. So you can see it here. I mean, this is all Korean and all that crap. But my gosh, the Pikachu, again, this is a loved and hated card. I think a lot of people like it. A lot of people hate it. I think this is probably one of the... I'm going to say this is a different style Pikachu. It's not... It looks like it's drawn. It has like these types of like crystallized, right? The terrasolized stuff. Like I think that's why I like the Pikachu more than the Trikachu. It's just not, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's different. It's got the rainbow borders. This is something different, guys. It's a Pikachu that's very different than everything else we're seeing. I would 1000% rather have this than the new hyper. What are they called? What do we call futuristic rares?
They're futuristic.
No, this is
okay.
So even if they were SIRs,
you're gonna hate this.
Don't say it.
This looks exactly like those.
No, it does.
It looks just as bad. It looks to me. It's Pikachu's massive. It's got a really odd texture to it. It looks fakeish. It looks like a fake Pokemon card to me. It always has.
Oh my god!
But now when I compare it to that, you pulled it up and I went, oh, that's not the futuristic rare. But it made me think of the futuristic rare as soon as it popped up. The rainbow border makes it better, but all I could see was the futuristic rares. I think it's something about the way the perspective, how massive he is in the frame, where there's nothing in the background or very little
the white background
texture to the background.
Yeah,
it looks a lot like it to me. It also looks like it's got like a metallic or glass like feature, which other ones have like the chromatic feature.
Yeah, but
it looks better than those two, but it looks very similar. And that's why I don't like it. It's like honestly one of my least favorite Pikachu cards that we've had of special art ones. There's so many better ones.
Have you seen this though? If you like zoom all the way into the yellow, the yellow gem, this yellow gem on the stellar crown, if you zoom all the way in, but you keep zooming in, and if you close your right eye, you see a Pikachu in that yellow spot there. It's a hidden Pikachu.
It's actually it's the Trikachu that's hidden back there.
The Trikachu is hidden there.
This is the Pikachu that's hidden in the Trikachu, but also the Trikachu is hidden in the Pikachu. Don't ask how, it just is.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
No, it's better than those two, but it kind of rubs the same like it rubs me the wrong way the same way where it's like this doesn't look like a Pokemon, it looks like a ornament or
Yeah.
it's not real. It's not like a Pokemon. It's like someone made a glass figure of Pikachu and put
That's
it
what
up
it is. It
there.
looks like a little glass figurine, but way
That
better
does
than
sound like it.
futuristic.
It's better. It's not green. It's not as green. It has green, but it's not like the Pokemon's not green like the futuristic ones.
Yeah.
Have we had anyone comment that they liked the futuristic ones? I haven't seen anyone say like, "Oh yeah, I
No.
really like those."
We had some people say to kill off some Pokemon, which was hysterical. So we'll get to that.
I love this theme is my favorite theme. Did you ever decide what you would kill off?
I have not.
That's an important question.
It would probably have to be like a Gen 1 that I'd have to look at, but
I killed off all the monkeys, which I did see someone agree with me, which made me very happy.
Mm-hmm. I also so that's Surging Sparks. I also want to look at Stellar Crown because Stellar Crown is running.
So weird.
It is weird. Like Stellar Crown is running right now in March, end of March. We were at $299. Now we're at $350. So like that's in the 3-month time frame. Like it's kind of crazy. That's the booster box price again. But I'm gonna switch over to the singles real quick. The freaking Bulbasaur is almost $140 in market price. That is more than a lot of SIRs in the set. Now, the only other illustration rare that I am thinking of is the Magikarp. That's up there at the top as far as illustration rares are concerned. And there might be other sets too that I'm not thinking about, but Paradox Rift probably has some illustration rares that are up there as well.
Well, the Groudon is an illustration rare.
Yes, that's true. Paradox Rift is probably one of them. But the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle, this specific style artwork with the Pidgeys in it, it's a theme. I have the Japanese collection in both of these, but it's a theme with these cards. The style of the artwork, is it the same artist? I never really even took a chance to look at it. No. But you've got the Pidgeys that are terrorizing, and also you can see them kind of just chilling. Here, the Squirtle's actually getting the Pidgeys. The Pidgeys over here about to pop that pool, definitely. So, and then of course the Charmander, which goes with this, but that's the Obsidian Flames promo. The artwork in here is just great. You cannot negate the fact that Gen 1 Pokemon are constantly bringing out collectible value in them. People want them. And if you're throwing in the first gen starters, I mean, it's just a collection of like, this is about to go down. Third card in the set is $80. Again, we just looked at 2 Sword and Shield era sets last pod. If you didn't get a chance to listen to it, we looked over Sword and Shield base and Rebel Clash. There aren't cards in the set that are over. I think Rebel Clash highest value card is like a $78 card in like the boss's orders, and then the other one's like under $100. So these cards being easier, I guess, to pull, but also just better looking. People just love these newer style illustration rares and special illustrations. I don't hate that. I agree with it. But these 2 sets are like slowly creeping up, guys. And
yeah, Stellar is definitely one that I didn't expect to do that. I kind of was really assuming that Stellar was going to be more like the not Vivid Voltage, but like a lower end Scarlet Violet. Because honestly, like I do like the Squirtle Bulbasaur, but like
it's a small set.
The Squirtle, it is a small set, and the SIRs are not great, but like the Squirtle from 151 is way better than that Squirtle, and it's cheaper. Technically, I think it's like below that price right now.
It is.
I think it's just so gorgeous, and it goes with the whole line. The Bulbasaur is really nice, but that Stellar Crown is definitely taking me by surprise. That was one that I didn't have a lot of faith in, and it's performed well above where I thought it would. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's a small set, and how many cards are in this set? 142. Is that what that says down there? It sure does. So this is a small set from Scarlet and Violet. 142 cards. I'm looking at it's 142 in the main set. I'm looking at Chaos Rising. It's 86. So just the comparison on how much smaller, like Stellar Crown is one of the smallest sets in Scarlet and Violet, and we got sets that are like a third, 2/3 of that.
If
crazy.
I think I'm trying to think of a set that wouldn't fit this, but I think if any set maybe outside of like Journey Together and Paradox and Temporal. But if any of those other sets came out right now, it'd be the second biggest set.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe beside Ascended Heroes, it'd be the biggest because I think like we really underrated how great those times were. Like Scarby sets were so much better. I really have not enjoyed the new sets as much because the rip it gets stale really quickly.
Mm-hmm. It does.
I'm sure for you, like
in it.
ripping a lot of them, it's like, oh, yep, and it's the exact same cards we've seen 28 times.
Yeah, I just pulled up Journey Together because you brought it up, and Journey Together was at 300. It actually came down a bit. It's at like 290 right now.
Which one? The enhanced or the regular?
This one is the regular.
Oh, there you go. Surging Sparks finally passed Journey Together.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like Journey Together. I mean, I really do like Journey Together. I like Belly Bolt, so Belly Bolt's in there. So, but that's kind of like with these slower sets. But it's also like I wanted to talk about like the other side of the grading side, where the cards are hard to grade. And Paldea evolved Magikarp in a PSA 10. I don't know if you had a chance to pull it up, but I believe recently we're seeing that card. So the Magikarp is it's an illustration rare in a set. It's Paldea Evolved, second set of Scarlet and Violet era, but it's the top chase in the set, and it's a Shinji Kanda art. It's a Gen 1 Pokemon, but the artwork is sick, but it's very hard to grade in a 10. So the fact that the 10s, I believe now, are going for more than the Umbreon VMAX, the Moonbreon in a 10, is that's such a weird thing to say out loud. Because how the hell do we get here where a $500 booster box set, where it's a huge set. Paldea Evolved, I think, is one of the biggest sets in the era. And how do we get to like, again, without thinking about the grading aspect of it? Because the raw card, I think, is like 400 maybe, and that was down for a bit too. So if you wanted to get it, you definitely missed out. It definitely dropped and has come back up. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about the Moonbreon, which also is a very high pop in a PSA 10. So it's like, it's not all the time where like the story is, yeah, it's a high pop. It shouldn't be that high, right? Because it's sought after. A lot of people have them in their collection and they're staying in the collection. So it's like, what's available on the market, which also drives the price up. But yeah, I don't know if you had a chance to pull it up, but
yeah, they're about the same price. They're both about 5,000.
Yeah,
they're both selling about $5,000.
And the Evolving Skies came out in like 2021, so it's like 5 years old. Mm-hmm. And then this came out in 2023, so a couple years after. But again, it's an illustration rare in an era where pull rates were better. But it's the grading that is putting it where it's at. So it's interesting. There's so many interesting things going on. Like the purpose of all these conversations today was just to highlight like how many different things there are in Pokemon that you can get into, that you can look at, that you can collect, that you can invest. But you just have to move very carefully because things go up and things come down. And a lot of it is really driven by random eyeballs coming upon stuff, whether it be from their favorite creators or whatever, but it's happening for sure.
If you're buying it to collect, then don't look at the price anymore. If you are buying it to invest, you're investing, you're risking, you're day trading basically. You're flipping, you're trying to ride a wave up. Don't get mad when it drops on you because that's the name of the game. That is just how it can go.
My it's just another thing that I always bring up when people aren't like in a specific collectible, but they always ask me about it, which means they've heard it somewhere. And my brother recently said like, yo, what's up with the Lorcana? I'm like, what are you talking about? What about Lorcana? And I don't know if you guys here know about Lorcana. I know this is a Pokemon podcast, but I just want to talk about the whole thing of people hearing about something and then again, attention going to it and then just fueling and driving something up. Where he was telling me about this Buzz Lightyear card that is going crazy right now in the latest set. And I can't get Lorcana because I'm not a brick and mortar from my distro at least. So which I'm cool with. But like this happens in Pokemon all the time, where someone's like, for example, the hidden Pikachu. It wasn't even hidden, but the Pikachu that someone pointed out in the Bulbasaur First Starters series was driving the Bulbasaur way up. What are you looking at? Did you pull up something? Did you just pull?
I pulled up the Buzz Lightyear.
Yo, drop some facts for us.
All right. You know what? Nothing about Lorcana?
No, I mean, I've had some. I opened some up with my kids, but this was like a couple of years ago. Which Buzz Lightyear is it? Because I want to put. Is it Jungle Ranger?
It's Jungle Ranger from
Iconic
12. Iconic.
Yep, okay, that is insane. What? What?
Is it the price?
Yeah. Let me share my screen real quick, guys. Kota's face.
How is this happening, guys? Hey! People that are just flipping and scalping and stuff. You should get Lorcana. It looks like a way better time.
No, yeah, right. Hold on one second. Let me. Yeah.
Oh, that was when I was looking at. But bro, yeah, that too.
Guys, not to shift to Lorcana at all, but for the sake of like just attention and people here, like again, my brother just heard this and now he wants to get it, to open it, and this is what happens in a lot of these collectible, with these franchises. This Buzz Lightyear, we're putting up for the audio listeners. If there are just any audio listeners out there, shout out to you guys as well. But the Buzz Lightyear Jungle Ranger Iconic, I'm assuming that's got to be like their SIR tier, whatever they call it. And it's really, I'm assuming the texture on here is good as well, just by looking at the picture, because there's nothing crazy to it. But near mint, hold on a second, at that price point at $5,600, that's 92%. What?
How much do you think a PSA 10 is?
I hate you right now.
Take a guess.
Oh my God, 15 grand.
Take a guess and get ready for it to break your heart and realize that Pokemon TCG these cards are not as expensive as you think if this is the case. Good Lord.
I said 15, but it sounds like it's more.
If you want lottery tickets, go buy this set if it's available. I know nothing about Lorcana, but I can tell you what. If you're ripping lottery tickets, a $6,000 card that goes into a PSA is a $13,000 card.
Mm-hmm.
Is insane.
That's
PSA 10 sold for $13,000. Multiples today. Multiples over $13,000
today. Oh
my
gosh!
From PSA,
which is Wednesday, guys. Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Am I the only person? I know I'm not, but like when you have to spell Wednesday, do you have to do like the Wednesday? Yeah.
Yes.
Because if not, it messes. I say it subconsciously every time I spell the word, even if I've known it for my entire life. I say Wednesday.
Tangent of the day.
Wednesday fans.
Don't be as useless as the D in Wednesday. But also, I do the same thing where I do lasagna. I don't spell lasagna often, but and then I always think of,
that's not even right.
What do you mean? Yes, it is.
With a G is it?
Yes, I always think. Lord. Yes. Have you ever? Let me ask you a serious question right now.
Lasagna in my life.
Have you ever heard of the rapper Lil Wayne?
Of course. Yeah,
I'm kidding. He has a bar where he goes, real G's move in silence like lasagna. My man, shout out to you, Lil Wayne. I know you're listening. Shout out to Lil Wayne. Dude. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. But yeah, I do it every time.
Wow.
I got to think of another word.
You said that, and I was like, that can't be right. And I was like, no, that makes total sense. My brain cannot fathom it.
Lasagna.
Oh my Lord. I don't think I've ever written the word lasagna before in my
Another
life.
one, bologna, every time.
Oh,
but I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't do it often. But guys, if there are any other words, let's get a little random comment in the comment section. Any other words that you have to say out like the way you spell it, drop it in the comments.
That for sure.
Is there a ham emoji? Can you drop an emoji?
If you made it this far, just put your favorite. Start the comment with your favorite letter. No context, just your favorite letter.
Oh, I like it. Different.
I will judge you harshly. Also, it's a secondary question. What's everyone's least favorite word to say? I have a very specific one that I hate saying because it sounds like I can't speak when I say it. I want to. Okay. What is the plural of wasp?
Wasps.
Exactly. Doesn't it make you feel like you can't speak? It's like, oh, there's a wasp.
Yeah.
It's like I have a slight lisp, but in case people haven't noticed. So saying the word wasps is like pain. It hurts me every time because like why and my mouth like gets through wah and my mouth just says you're on your own. I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. I don't know what's about to happen, but you're gonna sound like an idiot no matter how you say it. Because if you say it carefully, you're gonna sound like you're like, oh look, it's a wasp nest.
You're on your own.
You're gonna sound like, or you're going, it's a wasp nest.
The wasp's nest. Wasps. Yeah, you can't really say it fast without.
It's my least favorite word to say because I sound like a buffoon every time I try to say the word.
Yeah. I mean, there was always like just Pokemon related that I hate saying. Was it a Spathra? There was one Pokemon where everyone was like the Mike Tyson Pokemon. Was it because like the way that you sounded when you said like how Mike Tyson has a lisp? But what was it? Was it a Spathra? It might have been something else.
Spathra might be that. Yeah.
What are the full arts? What are the illustration rares? Was there an Espathra? No, there wasn't. I don't even know.
I just found my favorite Articuno. My ADHD kicked in so hard. Oh my gosh, hold on.
Don't do legendary birds to me.
I just saw my favorite one for Articuno, and it's on a page that shouldn't be on. I'm back.
We're gonna if it's not the one from Journey, then it's not the one. Okay, so no, I'm kidding. There's definitely
not. I
love that card, what number Pokemon is it? We're on the tangent of the day right now.
140 something.
Yeah.
49,
so we got like 2 more years before
we're not
even. We got
Lord.
No, we got like 2
get to one. Look, we'll be 80. You're like, all right, my favorite Rowlet card.
Welcome to episode 1000. This is the Belly Bolt episode. Oh my gosh, what Pokemon is number 1000? Yo, honestly, no, we're done. Is it really?
Goldango's the one.
Why did you know that so fast? I didn't even finish asking you like Goldango.
Devoted to this pixel game of small creatures running around.
Oh my god!
Oh, because I know because when the game dropped, everybody was like, "What's going to be 1000? It's going to be something epic," and it was like Goldango. It's just like fine.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's cool, but like it wasn't like as exciting as it. But yeah, it's Goldango.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening to the tangent of the day. We haven't had a good tangent of the day like that one in a minute. So
we needed a slow week to really just get us all kinds of riled up.
These are the best type
the
of
weirdest
podcasting.
ways.
This is the best.
My ADHD been so hard, and it was like Articuno. Look at that. I don't know why that's there.
Good Lord. Shall we go into the Take Purge? We didn't have a Take Purge last week. So guys, if you are listening to this, we are going to have one now, but we didn't have one last week. And some people were like, I kind of like the Take Purge guys. And sometimes we just need to, lift and move around some things and, just to make you miss it that much more,
Hey, look, if it was every week, it wouldn't be a take. The takes, sometimes sometimes when you're cleaning, you're doing a spring cleaning, right? And you're like, I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff. And then you like look at your wall and it's like, oh, it's barren now. Like I have purged too much. Sometimes you can purge too many takes. You got to take a second to run down to like your favorite thrift store, your favorite outlet mall and grab some more takes to put up on your purge wall. That's what we do. We got to take a little bit of time to make sure we can grab it. So we're back with some fire today.
Yeah, let's go. Let's transition into the Take Purge.
You are entering a world where there are no laws, there are no rules, there are no bad takes. Only, I was going to try to find another word that went with it, but I couldn't. Only cowards who don't give their bad takes, really. So welcome to land. And for those of you that are new here, this is a time where we're going to we have takes. They're half baked. They're like, we 20% believe them, but they kind of bounce around our minds. We just got to get them out in the world. We got to let other people experience them, kind of like pressure test them. And inevitably, when people come back and say that's a horrible take, because Umbreon and Espeon just got released like 2 hours before the podcast released, and you're an idiot. You just got to get out there, and it'll change. Like it's okay. It gets pressure tested. It comes back and says, you know what? We adjust. This is the time to get rid of all those pent up ridiculous takes and let the world take them and see what happens. And I'm going to start because
I want to get real quick
apropos.
before you get in. I want to get a recording of you saying this. We got to do like a.
I'm going to constantly change it.
In a world where ideas
I
only exist because they want to be existed.
I need to write down like an actual
No, it's
version of
great.
it because I change it every single week.
I love that it changes.
I'll
It's freaking
never have
perfect.
Anyway,
In a world. Let's do it.
my thought, and I had a different one, and I do want to go with that one at some point because I think it is really, really hot. It's probably the hottest take I've had so far, but I'm gonna save it. We're gonna save that for 2 weeks from now when we come back from break. I think population reports are the single most overrated thing, and people put way too much stock in them. And the reason being is yes, there are slight adjustments, right? There are slight adjustments up and down that they can make. If a card like the Magikarp is like probably a 15% gem rate, if that, and it's a little harder to get, and it's a set that's out of print, and you're never gonna get more of them. So like what's out in the world is pretty much what's gonna be there. Sure, it can change it some percentage, but it's not going to change it in a way that's like astronomical. The reason the card is so expensive is because people love it. There are pop ones out there. People send in pop ones. Shout out Deej. The guy we know, he did this for a long time. I don't know if he's still doing it with PSA being how it is, but like you would send in cards that were just random as heck. But it's like pop one now. It's like pop one, pop two, and some would sell. I don't know how much they're selling for. I didn't really keep up with that, but there are pop one cards out there that people don't care about because people don't care about the card. The population report is not that important to them. There are cards out there that are the Burger Chew is one that I probably should have had up. That but its gem rate did affect it, but it still sells for like some money. Like it's still not like a completely obsolete card because it's a Pikachu. The Moonbryon, very high gem rate. There's a lot of them out there, and it's still a $5,000 card. Why? Because people love the card itself. There are pop ones out there that are selling for like $40, $50 from like ancient sets that haven't been printed in 20 years. Why? Because people just don't care about them as much. You might find one person that'll pay like $100, $200, but like it's not, they don't move as much because there just isn't a market for it. Because the reason a card that has a high pop report is expensive is because of the demand for it. So, the Moonbryon's, $5,000 card is a ridiculous pop report. There's so many of them out there. It's ridiculous. That just shows you how important that is to people to collect, because that means that everybody's coming through and taking all these off the market. If they were flooding the market, you'd see the price drop, like we're seeing with the Pikachu, like we're seeing with the Mega Gengar, where there's more on the market and there wasn't as much demand for it. But the Moonbryon has continuously held high because of the demand for it, even in spite of the how many have hit the market and how many have been bought up and how the pop reports and all that doesn't matter as much. I think that when we're looking long term, certain cards are going to be, a lot of cards are going to be completely unaffected by the pop reports because there's so much more demand than there was before. Like the demand is so hard to catch up with that it won't drop astronomically. It'll probably drop in respect to the market. But if you're expecting pop reports to matter, you would say the Magikarp's going to hold its price pretty well, and the Moonbryon's going to drop by like below where the market drops, because we're talking about like, oh, the market's going to drop and then it's going to drop more because the pop report's so high. I don't think it's going to happen because it's such a high demand card.
Yeah.
Do I think it can affect it in small ways? Yes. Do I think that it can, in the extremes of it? Yes. Like the Burger Chew being one where it's still selling for some money. It's still selling for a gross markup compared to what people were getting it for.
What is that PSA 10 right now?
I don't know. I need to pull that up because that would be what a good podcaster does, and I refuse to be. I think pop reports are like a tertiary factor, and the popularity of the Pokemon and the art itself are what's really going to carry a lot of that kind of stuff. I've got to believe like the Umbreon's also a highly, graded card that's selling for a lot of money. Like there's a lot of them. They've printed the crap out of that set. There's got to be, there's more and more and more and more of those Umbreons hitting the market now, and it still sells for a lot of money. I think we put too much stock into what the pop reports say, and I'm really talking to the people that are like, oh, the Moonbrion's trash because there's so many of them. Modern trash. There's too much in the pop report. Guess what? If there's people buying it and the market can't keep up with it, then it's not trash. It's people are picking it up. People want it. It's because you don't like it and you think your pop 2 Poliwhirl from Neo Discovery, I don't know if that's in the Neo Discovery, is should be as expensive because it's so rare, and it's like rarity doesn't matter. Pop reports only matter insofar as if it's a popular Pokemon or a popular card, yes, it'll matter, of course. But if it's, not, like, it has to be popular and it has to be a card that people want or a Pokemon that people want to collect before it can be, well, the pop report. It's the Magikarp wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for the fact that it's Magikarp and people adore Magikarp. It's a Shinji Kondo card, but it's a Magikarp. People love Magikarp. Very well loved Pokemon. The Moonbrion's the same way. I think the Gengar long term will be the same way. I think the Charizard X will be the same way. I think it's gonna be a card that you're gonna see a lot of, and people are gonna say, "Oh, it's a trash modern card. There's too many of them," and it will be, if grading stays as popular as it is, and I have doubts about that, but if it does, and we assume the entire market stays, going up in 5-10 years, it'll be up there, and it'll still be a very expensive card. It'll still be one of the highest modern chases, and honestly one of the highest chases overall because of that. I think you'll always have certain cards from old eras that will always beat it, like the base set Charizard, the Lugia, the Shining Charizard, Pikachu, Gold Stars, that kind of stuff, because it's popular Pokemon, and it's good art, popular Pokemon, nostalgia, which is important.
Yep.
And then it's pop report. Pop report is just so low on the list of things that people dogging cards for their high pop reports is silly. I think it's a factor only after like many other factors are taken into consideration.
I can't, like we were talking about it earlier. I feel like you're right. It's there's some truth to that, especially with like essentially what anything is affected by what's available to buy. So there could be 100,000 PSA 10s in a Moonbryon, but if there's only 4 on the market, guess what? There's a premium. Everyone else wants to keep theirs. You know what I mean? So I like it. I like the take. I just looked up PSA 10 on the Burger Chew is going anywhere from like 100 to 120. I think I picked it up. I think I picked it up at like 60 when it was coming on the way down.
Yeah,
picked it up. I had confidence in it.
Card.
Again. Right. That's my whole point. It was like there's a shit ton of these graded, but I have confidence in this card. I mean, regardless, I'm already, even if it fell 50%, it's where I got it. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, that doesn't happen all the time, but like,
and
it's something that's around right now. In 10, 15 years from now, there will be a shit ton of these on the market still, but so you don't know what will happen.
Think about it this way. The Burger Chew, there was like, a 90% gem rate or something insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a card that was a free promo from McDonald's that people got and graded. And it's not an illustration. It just has a stamp. It just has a McDonald's stamp. That's pretty much it, right?
Yep. It is an exclusive artwork, obviously.
It's an exclusive artwork, but like, it's just a normal base card. Look, it's not an illustration. It's going for more than the Pikachu from 151 Raw, which, yes, Raw versus graded, but at the same time, like, we're talking about a card that is 90% gem rate. So almost all of them that have been sent in have been PSA 10s. And it's going for more at 120 than the Pikachu at 105, I think is what it was at today. So it's one of those things where we have to like factor in, like, that doesn't make any sense. That's an out of print set that people adore.
Right.
And it's everything's gone up in that set. And that's cheaper than getting a PSA 10 that's got like an insane gem rate, and almost all of them have been sent in a PSA 10s, which means that most of them are PSA 10s. It's just a card at that point, right?
Yeah.
But it's PSA 10 and it's a Pikachu, therefore we value it.
All right. I'm going to go into mine. And mine is also regarding a topic that we talked about today. And realistically, it's just about investing, and I'm gonna get into it right now. In 3, 2, 1. So again, we're in the take purge, so we can say whatever we want, and there's no actions to my actions. There's no reactions to my actions. Whatever.
Consequences.
Consequences to my actions, Jesus. So, guys, it might not happen this summer. It might not happen until after the 30th. It might not happen until the beginning of next year. But there will be a retraction. There will be a 25%, 40%, to 40% retraction in the current market. Now, what does this mean? And the reason why this is my take purge, obviously we've been talking a lot about slabs. We've been talking a lot about the value of other things going up. And I don't truly believe this 100%, but this is more of a hypothetical take purge, take for me and what we want and what I just want to point out to you guys. So does it happen this summer before the 30th? Slim chance. But does it happen after the 30th where everyone's like, okay, we've hit this? The 30th is kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel type thing that we've been talking about for the past few years since this big hype cycle. And that comes and goes. And now it's like, wait, nothing's really catching my eye. What do we do? Right? What do we do? We need to just be mindful of what's happening. Take a look at the stuff that you like right now and put the price points of it somewhere. Put it in Excel. You know, let's say you're thinking about some singles or you're thinking about some sealed stuff. List those out in an Excel sheet where they're at market price. And then when the market starts to cool off, like I'm saying, in the beginning of next year, let's take a look and see where the opportunities are. Because this is the take here is being confident in something enough to buy it when the market it takes a shit. And that's kind of like with that Pikachu that I just said. I was confident. Like, look, it's a Pikachu. It's an exclusive card. It's with McDonald's, which is like a huge IP, a huge like name in the food industry, obviously, but globally, everyone knows who McDonald's is. Everyone knows who McDonald's is. I picked it up and, it went up. It could go down. Who knows? But it's a Pikachu. So what I want to just to talk about in this take is knowing what you want and then making sure you can see how that moved when the market goes down. So you can confidently say, okay, I wanted this card. It was a $100 Pikachu at 151. Market takes a 25 to 30, 35, 40% hit. And now that card is 60, 70 bucks. Do you pick it up? Because we always say like, oh, if I was in the Pokemon hobby when Evolving Skies was out, I would have bought cases of that booster box. Would you? Would you have? I can guarantee you, even I probably wouldn't have, because of the fact that the booster box was $85. It's the only reason why we don't buy the cards that we want or the things that we want is because we let other people dictate how we should feel about it. We let their take on it, we let their emotions on something dictate if I want it or not. Because a large group of people don't want it. All of a sudden I don't like Zapdos. All of a sudden I don't want the Destined Rivals booster box. No. So do this exercise because when this does happen, it's going to happen. It takes a hit. I want you guys to be ready because this is an investment opportunity. It's also a collecting opportunity because the stuff that you wanted to collect is now lower. You can go back and master set some stuff that you didn't. Just be ready when it does happen. I heard it on another PokeTuber. I don't know if it was PokeOz, but he quoted Warren Buffett. And it's a great quote for this thing. He said to be greedy when other people are fearful and be fearful when other people are greedy. Now, are we in that latter part of that quote? Should we be fearful when people are greedy? Because that's really what's happening right now. There's a lot of greed in Pokemon. And it goes back to our very first topic where we spoke about people just buying something from somebody and then going down the table and making 2% profit on it. And then that person's going down to the next table. It's because they don't want to hold anything for too long because they don't know what's going to happen. And it's like, boom, I need to make that quick flip. I'm just like, I need to make this money. I need to make it now. Are we there? Because when this goes down, It's time to flip and be greedy when other people are fearful. And I saw a comment before today's pod when I was getting ready to set this all up, and it was a comment. It was actually a Facebook post on one of the Pokemon groups, and it said, "Is the market crashing? Why is everyone selling?" And every comment was a joke, but it was like, "Yes, it's crashing. Sell it to me at 70%. Yes, it's crashing. Sell it to me at X%." Do you know what I mean? So it's like, there's so much going on. It's going to happen. This stuff cannot be sustained at this type of increase. And again, it might be very short. It happened to it happened to Prismatic. We were talking about how Prismatic took it there. We didn't even pull Prismatic up. I think Prismatic ETBs are back up to like $200 again after that huge drop. So this is exactly, we see the cycles happen all the time. Why do we not go and buy? You saw the Prismatic ETBs at 200. It got that huge wave of reprints at Costco, I believe, or Walmart. It was like a couple million or a million units hit the market. It went down to what, like the 150 range? So we're talking about $50 drop on an ETB that's been highly sought after for a while. Did you pick it up? Guys, if you picked it up, let me know in the comments and be truthful. Did you pick any up? And if you wanted it and you didn't pick it up, why didn't you? Because it was on the way down? Is that why? Because now look, it's back up and you missed out. Because you weren't greedy when other people were fearful. And that is the take Purge today. I truly believe in the thought around how we should act in certain markets. I don't know if we'll ever see a 40% hit on this stuff, because I think there's so much good shit coming out in the next few years, and that Pokemon could obviously do to keep it there. But when you start to see dips, especially in the stuff that you want, and just do it, put it in an Excel sheet, keep an eye on it. If it dips down at a certain percentage, go in. Be a little greedy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I get.
Were you able to pull? I got to pull that ETB up. I don't know where it's at.
It is. Market price is $184 on TCG Player.
Yeah, it's on its way back up. So,
and there's none listed that don't have tears in them below 190. So it'll be continuing on its way up very quickly. Yeah, I mean that's good trading right there. People hate capitalism as much as you want, which I do often, but like, if that's your goal, it's the way to do it right there. He's right.
It's just food for thought, guys. I know some of this stuff is heavy, and I know that we're all in different journeys in here. We got to stop looking at what other people are doing and wanting to do the same thing. You got to stop looking at me and saying, "Oh, Sav's got a booster box case of Destined. I got to get one." Or this guy's got a case of SPCs from Prismatic. I got to get those. I love the SPCs. No, I don't have to get them. The price points are crazy. So you just have to know when. But if I look at it and I say, all right, it's $1,200 right now, and if it dips and it's at $800, that might be a market for me, because I was buying those at $200 a pop on the secondary market, and they rose up to like 300 plus, and now they're coming back down a bit because they were reprinted. But they're going to go back up. That's another thing we should probably look at. But those things are probably also on the list.
But also, like, if you're someone out there that just really wants something, and you have the money and that's the price you want to get it, no shame in that either. Like I said last week, like, no shame in people wanting to buy stuff at the price they want to buy it at.
100%. But that's the thing.
But if you're investing, don't do it.
No, but that's the beauty of it, man. Like, you do what you can afford and stop looking at what other people are doing and saying, and just, you'll be good, because then you won't care what other people think. You won't care that something went down because you liked it enough to buy it when it was there. So,
yeah.
Those are take Purge.
That's it.
Related to all the topics we had today. I do like it.
That's funny. It shows how our brains work.
Yeah. You want to move into pickups of the week?
I didn't have any.
Okay.
So
did you get your PSA back, you said, or no?
I said it sent to the vault. I sold a lot of it because I was planning on selling all of it, but got cooked. I've had one PSA 8 in my entire time ever grading with PSA, and I had 5.
Oh man,
in this.
That's brutal.
I went 6 for 20 on PSA 10s. I'll be honest, like, it was clear that it was someone that just was having a bad day, because some of the stuff I remember sending in, like I know that was perfect, and
Right.
I like I said, I have
You would have sent
graded
it in if it wasn't, type of thing.
extremely well with tag. Um, like I've graded, very well with PSA in the past. Like I have a good like 65-ish, 60, close to 70% gym rate. So it was one of those things where I was like, okay, it was done very quickly, which was a little suspicious to me. Where it was in grading for a
I was
day.
gonna say, you said it
It
came
went
early.
from whatever the section, whatever, like research and ID or whatever it is, to grading, and the next day it was already in assembly, which means they zipped through it as fast as they could. Whereas my other one that's currently in grading has been in grading for about a week now. And it was done
Was
like,
that sent in on the higher tier or no?
no, that was sent in bulk, value bulk. Both were value bulk. So it was very weird. It felt like it honestly felt like, and I'm not trying to like sour about it. Like, yeah, I mean, it's great. I'm still gonna make money from it. I'll still make a few $100s from it, which is ridiculous.
What
But
is?
like,
Can you let us know, like, what does sending it to the vault mean? And I don't know if you guys know this,
so
but there are options when you do grade with PSA. One is that you can
yeah.
sell it through PSA on eBay. You can have it
Mhm.
sent back to you, and you can send it to the vault. I think those are the three
To
options.
yeah, to sell it on eBay, at least to sell it on eBay for like a fixed price and be able to choose your price and stuff like that, you have to send it to the vault.
Hmm.
So it gets sent to the vault. So when I send in stuff to PSA that I know I'm going to sell, I send it to the vault immediately, because it's also where you can accept PSA offers, which, like I had some that were like market price on them. I was like,
Sold.
sure. And there were some that I was like, there were only, I think there's only three that I kept. I got the Oricorio from
The
the
UPC.
Charizard UPC. I got that in a 10. I got the Swablu from Paradox Rift in a 10, which is my
Oh, I
my big
love
one,
that.
honestly. It's like
Yeah,
a $200 card in a PSA 10.
that's got to be pretty. How much is it?
200-ish.
I'm gonna say it's got to be up there because the
Um,
raw is pretty up there.
yeah, and the other one was like the Gothitelle, which they didn't give me an offer on. But everything else was like, I had some random, because this is when I sent this back in February before things got crazy with the grading, and like everything got really backed up. Um, and it was like fine. It was like, there's a lot of random cards, but the ones I didn't, the Zapdos got a 9, and the Squirtle got a 9, which broke my heart.
Oh, the
Those
Zap
were two I didn't.
SIR.
Yeah, both of 151 cards, and those were ones like I was like I was like in between on. But my theory was, if I send them in now, it'll be worth more in a PSA 9 than it would be if I was selling it then. I was planning to sell it regardless, and it was like I got them both for like they scored like 40, and the Zapdos at 55.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
they sold for like $120 each or something like that. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, So I usually send everything to the vault because I don't have to deal with uh selling it on my end, and selling it through PSA on their eBay is a lot more
Now,
effective.
do they? Yeah, because they kind of draw a lot more people, and like the price points sometimes are higher. But do they give you like a better percentage? Like I know you mentioned Arizona TCG. Maybe we'll get Arizona TCG be our first sponsor. But they give pretty good percentages. It's tiered percentages. So if you want to, if you have like something that's like $5,000 and you send it to Arizona TCG to list on their eBay store, like you get like 90-ish%, maybe more on that value. So I
Mhm.
don't know like how PSA does it. Like, do they do like a tiered structure as well?
Yeah, it's very similar. So I just pulled it up.
Okay.
It's fine if it's under $100. It's 13% plus $3, which is
It's like
not too far off of what you'd be paying,
yeah,
because you don't have to deal with shipping, you don't have to deal with boxes, you don't have to deal with
right.
paying anything for promoting it.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
Honestly, a lot of people fail to think about it that way, but yeah,
and that's what I do. I basically go like, I look at the offers immediately, and if I'm like, okay, well, that one's 20% of like 80% of what I was gonna sell it for,
hmm
but now I just get it, and I don't have to deal with waiting for someone to buy it, and then wait. I can
right.
just get the cash out now. I'll grab it. If it's like 70%, then I'm like, I'm just gonna sell it through their PSA and have the 13% fee, or tiers up. Like, it doesn't tier up as well as other places, but
It's
it
just
tiers is fine.
easier.
Like,
It's already
it's
there.
just
Yeah,
simpler. Yeah, you don't
because
deal with
then like
anything. So,
don't forget if
and
you
it's
if you have this, if you're sending to consignments, you're actually paying to ship everything out to them and hoping that everything gets there okay. And at this point, PSA
yeah,
almost makes it too easy. Where if it's something you don't really care about, it just like makes sense to just say, all
and
right, you already have it,
yeah.
do it. Do what you need to do with
And
it.
in all fairness, you're still paying to ship it there with like the submission and everything, but you know,
Oh yeah, for
Once
sure.
it's in their hands, if something happens to it when you send it, yeah, you're screwed. If something happens to it when it's in their hands, they're liable now because it's part of the contract.
Are they though?
Um, yeah, they
Are
are.
they though?
Now, will you have to fight to get your proper price? Maybe, but
Yeah. What if they ruin your $45,000 Deoxys
then
lenticular?
you should have gotten it reslabbed. That's where that's my hot take on that one.
Oh
Is
my
like
god. Why'd you
it's
send it?
bad, it's stupid, it shouldn't have happened. Why were you reslabbing it? Just sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Just sell it.
I'm
Let
gonna
them
reach.
reslab it.
I'm gonna reach for my pickup. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I haven't. Pickups have been slow, man. Pickups have been very slow.
Mine is not card related this week. I'm gonna.
Ooh.
I'm actually doing a cool trade right now with somebody. Shout out to Pokepops in the Savage community, but I'm doing a trade with Pokepops. He needed the Chinchino SIR from Chaos, so I'm trading for something else. It's spicy. But this week's pickup of the
Ooh.
week is shout out to Kelly the Goat. You know Kelly the Goat for pinging
Kelly.
us all the time in the Discord for Pokemon Center drops. Guys, join the Discord if you're not in there. If you want to be notified, Kelly the Goat she has a 95% conversion rate on I'm just kidding. I don't know what the percentage is on dropping the Pokemon Centers. Today there was a Pokemon Center drop, but did anyone get anything?
It didn't happen. Everything broke and the site went down. Unsurprisingly, Pokemon Center still can't get their crap together.
So we are at a 40% retraction, but Pokemon Center can't keep it. So yeah, no, there's no retraction happening. I'm gonna hold this up. Here it is. Pickups of the week. This is the Pokemon keyboard from the Target drop. Guys, if you
Is it
can
a
see
mechanical
this,
keyboard?
it kind of looks like it is, but no, I don't think it is.
It does.
I have not opened it up. It's still in the seal. I plan to open it up, but should I open it or should I keep it sealed? There you go. Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? I don't know. I kind of want to use this at work. Like I want to be that guy that uses it.
Yeah, be that guy, dude. Absolutely.
I think it's Bluetooth, so that's cool. There's like a knob on it, so I want to say that it probably can go to it's a wireless keyboard. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a down. That's sick.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's cool. So shout out to Kelly. She actually had one, and then she just I was like, yeah, I'll buy it. And then she ended up freaking flexing on us the other day in the Discord. She put up the new one. A second version of this came up, which looked really cool. It's like it's the Razer keyboards, but it looks awesome. But I'm super happy about this. Again, I'm not looking at Kelly and now being jealous. I like this. I'm going to use this. But yeah, I picked up some singles here and there, but that's a pretty cool, something different for pickups of the week this week. And yeah, that's our pickups. We're going to move right along into comments of the week. Comments. I got to do these recordings. Comments of the week.
The little soundboard. Shout out to Spotify. We got over 200 followers and over 15,000 plays, which is really cool. So shout out you guys. Appreciate you watching and listening over there. That's really cool. It's a fun little community, like a lot of comments, a lot of fun stuff, a lot of good discussions happening over there, which makes me happy because Spotify wasn't like a social platform at all for so long, and now having the comment section is just cool.
On that note, before you get in, I did put up a what do they call those where you have like a selection of things a poll. I put up a poll. I put up a poll on this week's video. I don't think anyone responded to it. So I'm interested to see. I probably could check this myself, where this even shows up on the player. Like, I don't even know where it shows up. But what was do you see it there on the thing? What was the question I asked?
I think it was, what's your favorite part of the 30th celebration so far? 30 exclusive Pikachus, the Umbreon Espeon promos, the futuristic rare cards, or the potential reprints that were revealed.
Yes,
I definitely would have gone with the Umbreon Espeon for sure.
Me too. But yes, I don't. So again, cool. Something new that I noticed when I was uploading last week's episode. I guess it was always there, but I was just going.
You put one up before. You put one up one of the early episodes.
I did.
Yeah, no one commented that way either. It must be hidden somewhere. I don't know where it is, honestly.
What was the first? I got to go back. I don't remember.
What do you want to hear more on the pod? Is on
yeah,
11.
That's right. I did do that. I guess I forgot that it was on Spotify.
ADHD.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna start with the oldest comments from the last episode. We got Chad. Starting my delete Claydol campaign.
Dang.
I like
Savage.
Claydol. Here's the thing.
I
Claydol's
like
had a
the
good card.
I like the new one
That
in Chaos.
card,
About it.
the card is really the card.
The CAD.
I'm so tired, brother.
Are you from Boston?
Literally, I've only been there once. Yeah, Claydol. I kind of like Claydol. I don't know. It's just like a big alien like vase. I don't know. I've never hated it to the point where I delete it. Ball's always fun too. So you have to delete. It's what is it?
Like Baltoy? That goes together?
It evolves into Claydol, yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
It's a psychic ground type.
Baltoy looks like a. Oh wait, someone said Dreidel the other day on the live stream. Is that like?
Baltoy does look like a Dreidel, yeah, a little bit. It looks like a Dreidel insofar as he spins. Like that's the extent of it, to be fair, but yeah, a little bit. He looks more like the totem from Inception, like at the very end of Inception when he spins the little totem and it like just keeps spinning. Kind of looks like that more. Anyway, Claydol, deleting Claydol is, I think, too far. I think I can't get on board with that one. I can't. I'm sorry. It's just, it's got a good card now. And I'm like, I don't want to delete that card. It's really pretty. But for the game, like, yeah, I don't really think about it that much. It's like, there's a Beheum. Beheum's another one. That's a Gen 5 mon. That's like, I forget about it. And I kind of get that and Claydol mixed up sometimes.
It's true.
This is the weird space-looking ground types.
Yeah.
You still need to figure out what Pokemon you delete.
So they are space.
That's like,
yeah, I gotta look.
They seem like space. They look like aliens, honestly.
I feel like we have to have a delete Pokemon from each generation.
I'm down for that. That can be another. That's another good little random topic, little section to do at one point. Like if you made it this far in the comments, what should we drop? What should we drop in here?
Let's drop the red X for the delete.
The red X. Yeah.
Delete red X.
Red X.
Big red X.
Red X and your favorite. Now, if X is your favorite letter,
it
kind of goes with it a little bit. But yeah, thank you, Chad. I can't get on board with your campaign, but Savs might. I don't know. I don't know how his opinions on Claydol. I don't think he knew what Claydol was a second ago.
No, I do like the Claydol from Chaos, but I hated the Claydol from Obsidian because that was like always the hollow I would pull at the end. I think it was.
That's like the Gastrodon for me from Surging, where I was like, I always pull this Gastrodon, and I like Gastrodon in the game, but I hated that one so much by the end of it. Yeah, we got Jeff Nando, saying pick one: Van Gogh Pikachu PSA 10 or the Chinese Cubone PSA 10. Sorry, Van Gogh Pikachu PSA 9 or the Chinese Cubone PSA 10. What's the gem rate on?
Did I respond? You're not
the Van Gogh.
Did I respond to that? I think I put. Did I put price?
Yeah, you said you go Pikachu because there's more Pikachu fans.
Which contradicts what I said my take purge the last 2 weeks ago, where I was like, Chinese is going to overtake Japanese because of the exclusives. Now that Cubone is an absolute banger.
Yeah,
exclusive from Gem Pack Volume.
I think. Van Gogh Pikachu has a
lot, but we just
amount
said
of them that are out there.
We just said stop looking at pop reports and gem reports.
Yeah, but so if we're going down the tier list, Pikachu is more popular than Cubone, but Cubone is an illustration rare, so that has some there's some pull there. It's a PSA 9
Van Gogh,
which means that it's probably the biggest portion. If it's not a highly graded card, it's kind of an argument against PSA 9s that when we talked to Ty about that, where it was like a PSA 9 is just like a consolation prize almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's so easy to get. Like there's most of them are PSA 9s.
Yeah.
So with that, I don't know what the gem rate is on the Cubone, honestly, off the top of my head. But if you're collecting Cubone, 100%, wouldn't even question it. For like investment purposes,
I think the price points are relatively similar.
Yeah, if it's investment, I think I'm going the Van Gogh Pikachu because it's Pikachu and not because of anything else really. It's just because it's Pikachu.
That's
like
what it is.
Like that's the hard part. It's like if it was the Gengar from Chinese or you know something like that, I'd probably go with that, but it's not. It's the Cubone, which I love. I love that card so much. It's one of my favorite illustration rares.
PSA 10 Cubone right now is ending in 45 minutes, 31 bids on it, 810 in the PSA 10. Let me just see if we had any solds recently, but gone.
Yeah, well, the Vanco Pikachu raw
1125, 1125, 1150 sold today in a 10.
That's just too expensive. Yeah, I mean, I guess in that case it is.
Wow. I'm assuming they're around the same price. The 9 is probably similar. Again, these Chinese exclusives, be careful, guys. These Chinese exclusives are running right now.
That's true.
So
yeah, I mean, if you're getting them at the same price, if you're getting them at the prices they're at,
yeah,
oof, that's really expensive for that Van Gogh. But it's an iconic card that I don't really like.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know.
It's like looking at the Scream card now. It's like looking at all those cards that are just not like
the Pokemon those have cards, held up. Yeah, Van Gogh. If you're collecting, I think the Cubone's a better card, but
yeah,
investment purposes, it's got to be the Van Gogh. Dang it, I really didn't want it to be, but it is. Ugh. Anywho, thank you.
Good question
for that.
Very good.
That's a good question. Again, guys, we love questions in the comments. That really drives us. It's why the podcasts are like 3 hours. Dylan just said drop 2 microphones, double mics, and say good pod today. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Dylan.
Matt E9. Matt's back. He said, drop the microphone emoji and said, going off my comment from last episode, I had that same Zapdos too, and vividly remember carrying it around raw in my jean pocket to school, which I think is the one I was talking about from like base set. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun because I had like one of the rare cards, and for some reason with the way we played the game, which wasn't correct at all, like Zapdos was just overpowered because it could fly. And that kind of broke the game really, because it's like, well, I can just fly.
Can't get me.
Get me. You're like, oh, my Pikachu or Raichu. Yeah, but I'm like electric type, so it doesn't hurt me as much. It was so much fun. Worth it.
I felt that so bad though. My brother just didn't want to have his Charizard in our binder, and he just put it in his pocket. Yeah.
One of my wife's friends, her husband was like, "Oh, I have some Pokemon cards," and it was like this beat up binder from when he was like probably 5, 6, 7 or something like that, and it was a dark Charizard from Team Rocket and hollow. It was unlimited, but still hollow, and I was like. And I looked at it. I was like, this card looks like it's got put through a washing machine. I was like, brother, just keep it. Just keep it. Like, this is cool, but this card's like,
that's a story.
I was like, it's still worth like $250 or whatever it is. But like,
yeah,
I just hold on to it, man. That looks like you had that for. He's like, yeah, I've had it. I pulled it from a pack and like kept it in and had it in that same binder forever. It was so funny. I was like, I saw a picture of it. I was like, oh my gosh. He's like, what? I was like, that's a Dark Charizard hollow. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, it's a Charizard. I was like, no. It's a Dark Charizard hollow. He had no clue what I was talking about. But yeah. He also said, def delete all the apes, stupid Pokemon, and no one can change my mind. Amen. We're on the bandwagon. Get rid of the monkeys. No one cares about them. All 6 of those monkeys, the elemental monkeys, can go. I also refuse to buy Ascended at these prices. I calculate everything I buy, tins, boxes, UPCs, down to a single pack price, and I won't go over a certain amount. Did luck out recently and found some Mega EX Ascended Heroes boxes at Dollar General for $25. Bought them all to rip. Will update, which definitely give us the update on what you rip out of those, because that's really sick. Yeah, that's the right mentality, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just have your price. Know what you want to pay. Right. If it's different than MSRP, pay it. That's okay. But don't go over what you can personally feel compelled to or can pay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's sick. Our Dollar Generals are also part of that like weird gang that basically just roams around and takes everything. It's like there's actually 2 of them. Found out there's 2 rival like groups that are doing this. It's like we've got like the
Capulets as the other.
Oh, brother, I don't remember. I haven't thought about Romeo and Juliet since
the Montagues.
I didn't argue about Romeo and Juliet.
There it is.
The Montagues. I didn't argue about. That was quick.
I'm gonna resume. Oh my god! I was like, wait, where did Kota go?
I was like, I thought about Romeo and Juliet for the first time like 2
I
weeks
thought I
ago on
clicked on
vacation.
something and you were gone. I think I opened up Discord and it like went
That's so
gone.
funny. Hey, let
Ah,
me back in though. Thank you, Cam.
it's beautiful.
But yeah, let us know what you rip, dude. That's gonna be sick.
Yes, definitely.
Cody Clay said the futuristic rares remind me of the Flubber movie from the 90s.
Cody.
Oh boy, that's correct. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I love that movie
We
when I
just
was a kid,
we just
man.
watched it recently with my kids. Actually, I
Really?
forgot about it, but man, Robin Williams, what a good legend.
That was a fun movie. I remember that movie when I was a
Yeah,
kid. I love that movie.
so good.
I haven't watched it probably in 20 plus years.
Didn't
But
McDonald's do like a collab with them too? Like McDonald's is out there doing collabs with everybody. So I'm pretty sure they had some type. I mean, of course they did. Probably some Happy Meal. Anyway,
probably, yeah. I forget how big that movie was back then. Like I was really young when it came out, but like even when I was a little older, like Flubber was still like a really popular movie. For like my age group, which was like 6 to
no, I
9.
remember. I was like, this is nice. This is funny. It was like a
Yeah,
new.
good old
Yeah,
Robin Williams.
yeah, Robin Williams, man.
Oh,
Right.
also he said, also just wanted to say that your production quality is top tier and your topics in depth are leaps and bounds above so many other TCG Pokemon podcasts. Keep doing what you're doing and you guys will flourish. Thank you. That's really nice.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Savs for doing pretty much all the work and me showing up. I'll be honest.
The overlays and Ecamm. So again, we always shit on Ecamm. Ecamm's the program that I use. It's Mac exclusive, so Mac only. But listen, it allows us to do these overlays and the transitions and all of it. When it works, it works. So fingers crossed.
It's working today, baby. We're good. We're cooking today. Other than me getting
Kota makes it easy. We just kind of we're 23 weeks in, which I can't even believe. But like I feel like I listen to it because there's some parts that I if like we go off on too much of a tangent, I like to clip it down a bit. But like other than that, we're golden nowadays. So
yeah, we've gotten a rhythm for sure. And honestly, like this is just how we talk. Like this is what we would do when just in calls. It's not that different, other than we have like actual like semi structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Like that means a lot, especially for someone like me who's like, they'll spend a lot of time video editing and sound editing. It's like, nice when people say the quality is good.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you, Cody. We get OG Chris back in the comments, of course. Said, am I alone in thinking that announcing Mega Forces 10s with Mega Dragonite indicates that Ascended Heroes will be one of the 4 packs included in the 10? 4-pack 10s with 2 Pitch Black, 1 Chaos, and 1 Ascended. I don't think they do. I haven't looked at your comment. Did you comment this?
I said yes.
Okay, cool.
I said yes. Yes, you are alone in thinking that. I think you're gonna say the same thing I was saying.
In 10s.
Yeah, they don't do specialty sets in those. Yeah. At least like they have Ascended tins, but they're like specific. Like we never saw, again, we're basing this off of history. We've never seen, like, for example, a Paldea and Fates pack with a Temporal Forces pack in any product. It was just their specific tins, their specific, 3-pack blisters. It was always like specific to that specialty set. So that's the only reason why I would say it wouldn't, but they'd be sick. It'd be sick if they did.
It'd be sick. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think they, other than the mini tins, the mini tins are exclusive.
Yeah, but that's
to these sets. And well, at least in Scarby era, there was no like outside big tins outside of the specialty sets. So
now they do tins with everything.
The mini tins
right now, Lumia City, like this one right here, is actually going.
Oh, like the bigger. I'm talking about like the 2-pack tins.
Yeah,
those are.
Yeah, so this one has
black and white.
Black and white, I think, did it right. I mean, it did. You're right. This has 1 perfect order, 1 chaos in it, so it has 1 of each.
Oh, so I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah, and also the one very interesting one was the Mega Era one, Mega Evolution Base and Destined Rivals, 1 of each, which was weird because it was 1 from Scarlet and Violet, 1 from Mega, but it was the first set from Mega, and it had like Gardevoir on it, it had Venusaur on it.
Okay, Lucario. I'm just wrong. That's fine. Yeah. I'm okay.
No, but those are like the tins that he's bringing up is the ones that they announced is like the 4-pack tins, the one that you were going to get today from Walmart.
Yeah,
they're 4-packs. Yeah, it's like the Dragonite EX on it, which
those. I don't think they've ever had those in those. But yeah, and he also said pick up of the week was a Japanese Rocket Gang Dark Vileplume Hollow. Oh, I do like that Vileplume. That's a nice one.
I looked
And
it
the
up.
Vileplume GX from Cosmic Eclipse, which I do. That's the one with Erica in it, right?
Actually, did it have Eric in it? I know Vileplume was
Vileplume
like pretty big in it,
GX
but
Cosmic
damn, see, this is what happens when I don't zoom in. It might have.
4. If that's the right one,
There's two from that era, I think.
yeah, he said number 4. So yeah, it is the one with Erica in the background. I do
Mhm.
love this card. This is a good one. This is a very nice one.
I love that you always
I
put your
love.
pickups in for us to look at, man. That's awesome.
I know it makes me happy because it's like
Drop your pickups,
I
guys.
haven't
Drop them in
haven't
here.
thought about this card
Mm-hmm.
like since I think it was like I was opening Cosmic Eclipse like every once in a while back in when I was very rarely opening. That's sick. I love these cards. The Vileplume the Vileplume from Rocket is a nice one. It's like an interesting art style, very like simple,
Yeah,
but that hollow just really pops on it.
I think I have a Japanese one, maybe.
That's a nice one. And then last one is from T Smurvy back again. Said, keep up the good work, you guys. You were talking about the different types of collections that people have, and I started a water fish type Pokemon binder. Would love to get the beach card from Chaos. He dropped the microphone. You guys did miss it last week. This was my pickup last week. I love the beach. It's my favorite place in the world. It's actually it looks very similar to a beach that I lived at the West Coast. So it's a good card. Pick it up, man. Hey, literally, I think it was like $2 in Japanese. I don't know what it is in English. It probably honestly isn't that much more.
It probably came down now. Chaos Rising's coming down a bit, which is normal. But yeah, dude, honestly, in this
world.
Like I absolutely love. There's just something about. That's why I laugh when people call me a greasy scalper, because I love so much things about this entire thing, a Pokemon thing, that it's just like, call me whatever you want, man. But
yeah, that's fine.
I absolutely love the theme pages. I'm in one of these Facebook groups that I'm in. Someone always drops like I don't know if it's like enhanced or they make it digitally, but they have like a red sleeve page in a binder, and then it's a red theme, like it's Explosion from Destin and something else that's red, and like all the it looks really cool. It's like, show us your red pages, and I'm like, oh, that's sick. I love that thought, and it could be something so simple. It could be a basic card. It doesn't have to be an illustration rare or whatever. So I love it.
I mean, I was showing where like I collect Asako Ito. That's the name. I messed it up last time. Asako Ito, like cards like this, and then of course Yukimori. I just like the crochet. I like the physical Pokemon cards. I'm pretty much trying to get everyone I can.
Yep,
it's fun. That's where you can find someone. Like, again, that's why I always say true collectors can never be priced out, because there's always ways to collect that are fun.
Yeah.
Do I have one of the Charizard X's? Nope, because I'm not gonna pay $100 for it.
Same.
But that's okay, because I can spend that on many other things that are fun.
Agreed. I agree.
That's it for comments. Thank you guys again for commenting and liking and following and rating and
all
that. It's really fun.
And guys, you can
so much for a shorter podcast.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, honestly, we'll be good with these topics. Would be great.
Of course we will.
But guys, thank you so much for listening and tuning in, man. Like we said, next week will probably be an off week. Was it next week? It was, right? And then if something happens, we'll pop on. Yeah, if you made it this far, do all the things. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to both Kota and I. And we'll catch you guys in the next podcast, man. Thank you so much, guys. Peace out. That's good.